Yo, what's up guys? It's Envision BQ here with you guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm just gonna go ahead and introduct. I'm not gonna go ahead and get into details, but basically this is my 2007 Infiniti G35. I've had this car for about 10 years now. Never really done anything to it. I just spray painted the rims not too long ago. This car has about 166,000 miles on it. Don't ask me why. I've waited for so long to start this build, but you know, hopefully with you guys having your support and audience and watching my channel, maybe we can go ahead and journey in together and doing build on this car. You know, the only things I've probably done to it, like within the last last months, was probably just the grill, and I just painted the rims. It's got a aftermarket clutch from G35 and have that for about 4 years on. It's time to really update this car. Haven't really done much to it. So as far as like intake, it's got a G35 Z-tube intake, and it's exhaust. It's got a catback, Pepsi N1. It's got the coilovers not too long ago. They're Truhart Street Plus coilovers. I'm looking to be putting on those today. But in case it doesn't happen today, I don't know, this weather's really hot. It's about 90 degrees out here in California. So we'll see how that goes though. It's the first video. Don't expect to sound too professional on it, but we'll go ahead and get comfortable. Never really recorded anything of myself or voice, so hope you guys appreciate the content. Make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment if you guys want to see something that we'll be journeying on with this car. Thanks guys. Alright guys, we're back in the garage. Just went to the hardware store. Let's go grab what we need to put those on today. I don't know how much we're gonna go ahead and lower it, but we'll see. And I've never done this before. I'm not a mechanic, so I have no experience, but we'll see how far we can get. I'll go ahead and record the process as much as I can, but I'm gonna try to get this done. It's a hot day today, so we'll see how it goes. All right guys, so it's pretty much unbolted. I went ahead and unbolted the bolt that's connected to the control arm that will drop basically this arm, and I put a jack under the brake, only that way it can hold it in place so I didn't have to disconnect or break any of my brake lines. I went ahead and disconnected this off of the strut that I'm going to be taking off, and so there's one here and there's also one right here. So it needed a 12mm bolt, so I went ahead and took that one off as well. Now it's pretty much loose. Now I just have to go ahead and move down here. I've got to take this bolt off here, and I think that should break it free. Then I'm going to go ahead and remove these 3 bolts that are going to be up here, and that should pretty much do the first side, and then bolt everything back up, adjust the ride height, and we'll see how it plays out. All right guys, so we got the passenger side halfway done. We'll see how it turns out. All right guys, so just a quick update. I went ahead and removed the old one. Not gonna lie, it was a bitch because I'm by myself. It would have been helpful if I had an extra hand, but pretty much put everything back together. Pretty useful to have a jack to get everything back in place, get it lined up. I went ahead and that bolt you see right there, it's all tight now. Just got to torque it to specs. Still don't know what the specs are. We'll find out. And then this is the brake line. This is going to be dangling, so it did come with some brake brackets to fix this problem, which I still don't know where the hell this goes, but we'll figure it out. And also these are hanging out as well, so we're gonna have to find out where these bolts up. I'm not too sure. we're gonna zip time or something like that, but we'll figure it out. Other than that, that's the first update. I know, don't look at my arms, they're pretty bad. I'm gonna get a camber kit once this is all installed, but got the first one in, so kudos. Still got 3 more sides to go, so let's see how that goes. This is the passenger side. Based on research, everyone did say that this was going to be the most toughest part to dismantle, but with a torque, with a breaker bar, pretty much evens everything out. And went ahead and got some WD-40 as well, since these probably haven't been touched since the car was produced anyways, but that helped. Now, I'm not too sure, but here there was some steel cable, like a protectant, but I went ahead and broke those off. I'm gonna go probably to AutoZone later and get some clips that will be a little bit more legit, just to hold that in case the bar ever comes or this comes loose. But torquing and all that should be fixing the issue, but other than that, it's looking good. Let's see how low we can get this. All right, so we ran into a problem here. The strut is completely on the arm and I can't break it loose. I removed the bolts from up top and these seem to be stuck as well. I don't know if it's because of a rust build, but it's completely stuck. I have no way. I was gonna remove the end link, but that bolt is rusted up too, so I don't even want to dare even mess with it. I was gonna drop the lower arm control, but it's gonna be too much work. I have no way of removing this. Only other option is cutting it right here. I'm gonna go right now to the hardware store, buy a grinder to remove this. It's my only other option. Passenger side was completely smooth, but I was reading online that everyone was having issues with the passenger side, which I did not have an issue with that. It went pretty smooth, but the driver's side is being pretty difficult right now. So gonna go ahead and run over to the hardware store, pick that up, maybe come back and cut this. That way we can continue with our suspension project. So I'll be back. That's just a quick update. Figured I'd let you guys know for those that run into these issues with the G35. I don't know, it's because of age. It does have 166,000 miles. As you can see, it's completely shot. So we'll see. Keep you guys updated and we'll be back. So here's another update. Finally got the driver's side on. As you can see, just gotta bolt everything back up, torque to spec. That was a bitch to get off. And this was definitely a mission. I had to cut the bottom of this because it was stuck on the arm, on the lower control arm, so I had to cut that off. Went to Harbor Freight, picked up one of these for less than 20 bucks, so that was good. But yeah, finally got the driver's side on. For those that run into issues, if your arm doesn't get off on either side, either passenger or the driver, you're most likely gonna have to cut that arm. But other than that, just gonna torque this. We'll be adjusting it at the very end. I'm not really worried about adjusting it right now because I'm running out of time. Still gotta do the rears, but I'm pretty sure the rears are gonna be easy. Just gotta knock those 2 bolts off, knock that one off, and the bucket spring delete. So I'll be taking that off. So hopefully it's not as hard as the front ones were, but we'll see. But that's an update for now, and we'll catch you guys back on the adjustment, guys. So I had to take a break, a couple hours. It got way too hot and shit, the front side was kicking my ass. But we got that fixed. Got the rears, got the first one on the rear done. Went ahead and unbolted those 2 bolts and got this bolt right here. And this is the spring bucket, and that's a different bolt right underneath, which is this one right here. You have to unscrew this. This will fall. The spring that used to be here is now right there. So we no longer need that, which eventually in the future, when I get the camber kit, I am gonna get the traction, I think arm is what it's called, to delete this so that it can go from there to here and we no longer need this. So for now, this is gonna be the entire 2-piece combo that replaced that and what used to be here, which is now there. Looks so much nicer. Just have to adjust it, not gonna worry about that. we're losing sunlight, so we just got to move as quickly as possible. But there you go, guys. We are done with side number 3. Now we just need one more side. Alright guys, we came to the last side on the passenger. We finally got everything bolted up, got everything off. For some reason this side was easy, the passenger side was easy. Driver side and rear driver side was just a disaster. I don't know why, but got everything out. Spring delete on the bucket. We're gonna change those to traction arms eventually once I get the other camber kit. But in the meantime, this should be fine. Now what we gotta do is just adjust the ride height, which I have no idea how to do. I'm assuming this gets tightened and this gets brought down. Thinking about going 2.5 inches all around and see how low that gets us. Probably scraping status, but we'll see. So we finally put everything back together and we adjusted the ride height. Again, I've never installed coilovers ever. It's my first time, so I had to do a complete thorough research on how to do this, as well as, you know, adjusting the ride height, which I was having some trouble because I did not understand how the whole concept of this coilover works. So I guess I went ahead and tightened this, which you're not supposed to touch or break loose unless you're trying to soften up or stiffen up your ride drivability. So I didn't mess with this, which is the first ring. Second ring is basically to secure the preload of the first ring. So I guess the third ring is your adjustability for the ride height. So this is the only thing you're going to be messing with unless you know how to you know, adjust your ride of drivability, or how do you like it. You can get it stiff, soft, just depends how you like your drive. So I didn't mess with this, just pretty much tightened it away. So it comes with 2 clamps, which looks like these. And what you do is just you have one on your left hand, one on the right hand, and you lock them up on opposite ends and you turn them away from each other to secure and have it locked in. Then you go ahead and break this loose to the right, which I gotta tighten this back up. You're breaking this to the right, and then at that point you turn this one to the left to lower. So to the right is to raise, to the left is to lower. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. This is lefty lower, raise, righty, whatever. Anyways, you turn this to the right and then eventually it'll start turning the threads to the left. So I guess you want to have a measuring tape to make sure you know how far you want it low. So best thing to do is use the last ring and put it as many threads as you need it to reach your desired ride height with the measuring. Once you have that, then you can start turning this ring to the left and you'll slowly see the threads starting to go down. Once you have that, pretty much just lock everything into place, secure it, and yeah, so you do that all on the other sides, passenger, driver, rear, and rear passenger. Once you have your desired ride height, you pretty much bolt everything back down. I pretty much torqued these to spec, which is that bolt, this bolt, and repeat it on the other side and the rear as well. You want to torque them just to secure and make sure that you know, it's tightened to the specification of how the vehicle came, because if it didn't, you know, and you didn't torque them down right, or you know, you didn't tighten them with the wrench right, you don't want the chances of this coming loose on the road, especially if you're going to drive it hard, and have something happen. I'm not a mechanic, I'm not a professional, I'm learning as I go. It's my ride. I felt comfortable in doing enough research to do this, so I figured why not go for it. I did last 12 hours. Only reason being is because this side was pretty easy, and this is what I spent basically the entire day on. The stock shuck and strut was giving me a lot of trouble. I don't know why. It was stuck. I had to go get a cutter. It was hot and I had to spend like maybe 30 minutes, 20 cutting it, because I didn't want to have it come loose and cut any brake lines or anything like that. But this side was such a pain in the ass. Can't even begin to tell you. The rears were super easy. I would say maybe like 20 minutes on each side. But I took a break. It was too hot, so I came back, finished it. It is now 10. So it took me 12 hours. I'm by myself. I don't have an extra hand, and this is my first time, so I can't really complain too much. I got it done though. So now we're just gonna put the wheels on, see the ride height. Hopefully I don't have to take down my fender liner, because if it's too low, then that's gonna be a problem. But also, I did want to mention, the coilovers did come with a bracket to hold these in place, which is the brake lines. I don't want to leave them loose, because chances are on the road these are pretty much going to rub off on the tire, and that's the last thing I need to have another headache. So I'm going to zip tie them down for now, and then when I have time some other day I'll use the bracket, but I feel like the zip tie should do it for now. But yeah, well, this is the final product. Looks good. So let's see how this rides. I will be putting on a review after I ride it for the first time. Alright guys, it's the next day, and I must say it came out pretty nice. It's about 1.25 inches of clearance, so yeah, that's pretty slammed. It's tucked in. I just went to the store and there was a pretty lump over, so I was scraping. So there is tire clearance. My finger pretty much fits right underneath. It's not too bad, but it's pretty low. It's already scraping on the ground when I go over speed bumps and drive-ins, so it's sitting pretty nice all around. Drivability wise, I'm not too sure. It's pretty comparable to stock ride, but I will say it does feel a lot more stiffer, a lot better, it's a lot tighter on the corners. I did take it on the freeway, looped around. It did hug the corner pretty good, so I'm pretty happy about that. Also, the preload adjustment on the first ring, I'm not sure if you guys remember me talking about the adjustability of the coilovers. I did say that not to mess with the preload. So I was reading more about that, and the whole concept of that was due to the drivability comfort. I did notice while I was driving on the freeway, it did bounce a little bit, not too much, but that's probably because it's too soft on the rears. That I am going to go ahead and stiffen up, but I think I'm going to ride it out for a week, see how I feel about the whole drivability concept of it. Other than that, I am going to just keep it the way it is for now. I'm loving how it's tucked in. It looks really nice, just brings the whole car all together, you know, with the rims and everything. It is stock 19 rays. I did spray paint them black. Just loving the way the car looks. Really simple, not exaggerating. Really happy the way it turned out. Honestly, for the first time me doing the coilovers, you can't really see, but I will go on the other side as well. Yeah, it's pretty much on the ground. Anyways, I gotta fix that. I think that just happened, but gonna have to fix that. Anyways, car's looking amazing, guys. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and leave a comment, like, subscribe. If you guys there's something you guys want to see along the way while I build this journey, go ahead and leave a comment, let me know. Otherwise, tune in for the next one. Not sure if I'm gonna go ahead and do the camber kit with the control traction arms and the lower control arm. Since I was looking at the suspension, it's pretty much done, so why not replace it since I was already down there anyways. Other than that, I'm still debating to go performance parts on the engine. I haven't decided yet, but tune in for the next one. I'll think about it, and yeah guys, enjoy.